inside after a little while, but wanted to share with you some songs and the inspirations behind them, the stories behind them. Seems like just about all the songs have some sort of story. This is a little melody you might recognize by David Mallet in Maine, the Garden Song. A lot of my students have learned this one. I'm teaching this week, by the way, a couple shared private lessons, one on Why Worry and another one by Mason Williams. It's a tune that's a whole lot easier than the Classical Gas, a Saturday Night at the World. So if you're interested in either one of those, just pop me an email, Muriel@MurielAnderson.com, or go to my website. There may be some info on that. Well, also, I was thinking of a tune that had kind of a strange inspiration. That I was in Paris and got stood up on a date there. So I just started picking up my guitar and playing this little rhythm, this little riff, and it started making me feel better, you know, how music can do that. But it didn't really sound Parisian. It sounded more Brazilian, and it turned into this song. I call it Rio de Janeiro. Said I'd love to go for a little rendezvous, thinking of the sweet hellos. If I'd only known that I'd be all alone in Rio de Janeiro. There's so many times that it's made me sad, but I'm making up my mind that I won't let it last, 'cause it's not all that bad in Rio de Janeiro. City lights are flashing in a syncopated fashion. Soon you'll see me laughing, and in the streets the people all are dancing to the samba in Rio de Janeiro. You can't ever trust a man who promises the moon, the beach and all its sand. What's a girl to do to keep from being in Rio de Janeiro? Rio de Janeiro. Who'd have ever known I'd be all alone in Rio? He knew to meet in Rio. What a way to find he's no longer mine at all. Not at all. Rio de Janeiro. Tanto céu e mar, natureza e paz, mesmo na distância posso imaginar em vou sonhando sim com Rio de Janeiro. O Redentor, que cuidagem nós, carnaval e samba, e velho tom, nada como dia de sal no Rio de Janeiro. From a small cafe, see suntan bodies swaying, warm and salty spray. Why hear the children play? They need a little care in Rio de Janeiro. So I let my broken heart disappear into the night, dancing the stars away. and I might just stay right here in Rio de Janeiro. You can't ever trust a man who promises the moon, the beach and all its sand. And what's a girl to do to keep from being blue in Rio de Janeiro? Rio de Janeiro, Rio de Janeiro, Rio de Janeiro, Rio de Janeiro. Okay, you can go ahead and scat, sing with this. Well, that little Portuguese version there, I just thought it, should have something in Portuguese. And I was at the Suave Guitar Festival in Italy. So some of you I know have been to that. That was just such a wonderful time. Our good friend Pier Paolo Ada put that on, and Antonella. But there was a guitarist there from Brazil, and he made up this verse for me, but I wasn't really sure how to pronounce it. So when I went to Singapore, a Singapore festival, the ambassador from Brazil happened to be there, and he and his son helped me out. Sorry about the airplanes here. Let's go over to another cut here while this airplane is going over. I wanted to show you a little bit about the Okrifok Festival that was this past weekend. This was really fun. Catch this. I'll play this tune and then tell you the story behind it. All that I have to give, I give to you in a melody. Is a gift, you see. That's how I give my love. I give my love. That's how I give my love. Sitting on a park bench, talking to herself quietly, tattered as her memories, I ask, is love enough? Is love enough? These days, is love enough? A song can lift your heart a little while, bring your eyes to tears or make them smile, and finally help you find your home and try, or simply slide on by. Thirsty ocean, here's a drop, but with an open heart I reach for my guitar and start to play. Is love enough? Is love enough? These days, is love enough? Then she smiles and sings the words she remembers from summer camp. Her youth comes flooding back, and she's herself, and she's herself, and she is once again herself. A song can lift your heart a little while, bring your eyes to tears or make them smile, finally help you find your home and your tribe, or it can can simply slide on by. All that I have to give, I give to you. God gives us melodies of sparrows, even these deliver love as pure as it can be, as pure as it can be. Listen, you can feel it in your soul with every bird that sings. I hear him asking me, is love enough, is love enough? These days is love enough, is love enough, is love enough? These days is love enough? That was inspired not only by this bird singing here, but also by just wondering if what I'm doing is enough. Is playing music enough these days? And how important is it really? And I think the song came as an answer, or perhaps as a question again, about that. And I was trying to discover this melody that I had lost. I'd written a melody years and years ago, and recorded it thinking, okay, someday I'm going to come back and write lyrics to this, and this is going to be my song, the song I'm known for. And when I finally went back, I had realized that I had inadvertently recorded over it and could not remember the melody, and it had bothered me for years. So I decided I was going to go back and try to find the lost melody. And in the search for that melody, these are the lyrics that came about, and I'm calling it Is Love Enough? Oh yeah, this is a jam session here from the Ocracoke Festival. And yeah, cool stuff. I tell you,